guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, it's not as a positive one. I'm just on here basically just to explain a scenario that literally just happened to me last night. I feel like it is important to kind of share on here, as much as like I'm so positive with everything, and I really feel like I owe a duty to you all to be positive and spread awareness in a positive way. It's just really took me by surprise, and I feel like the community of alopecians is so supportive out there, and that's why I kind of just feel like I need to share it, because obviously it's impacted me more than I thought it might have, just because it's never really happened before. Anyways, I know I'm just like explaining without explaining what's happened, so let's get into the video. So last night, basically top and bottom, I had somebody like try and pick on us in person. So essentially I kind of want to start with like my past and what has and hasn't happened, because I always say I've had quite a good past in terms of I've never been bullied for having alopecia. I've never really been like name called or trolling or anything like extreme. So I'd say when I was like in primary school, that's when some of the name calling kind of started. It wasn't like anything to the extent of like I was constantly getting bullied or like hounded with like nasty comments. It was literally just like the odd name call, I'd cry, and that was it. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is it's nothing to like write home about, or like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, I had the worst time, because I just didn't. Like, I was fine. Majority of people loved us, and that's all I cared about. So that's that. The only other sort of experiences I've had was probably when I'm on holiday, people staring and people like asking if I've got cancer, and that was more like my mum and dad when I was younger. They were asking them. So there was that side of it. And then when I got to, I think I must have been about 7 years ago now, so what's that? 17, 18-year-old? 18? Must have been 18. That was the first sort of in-person experience that I can remember that I've had that like shook us a little bit. So I was basically in Spain on holiday, and I'd just been to the gym on holiday. I know, check me out. Just been in the gym on holiday, and I'd walked out, and there was like a group of like Spanish boys like standing together. Obviously they were speaking in Spanish. I can't speak Spanish, I didn't know what they were saying, but one of them turned around and like burst out laughing, and all of their friends were laughing. So I just like, it proper shocked me, because obviously he just looked at us and laughed, and I was like, he's got to be laughing at me. Like, there was just no other thing he could have been laughing at, because he literally just turned around and like turned back. So I was like reactive to it, and I was just like, what are you laughing at? Are you laughing at me? What are you laughing at? And obviously he didn't understand us. He was like, no. And then I just walked away. I was just like, ugh. Anyways, there was that situation. And then fast forward to last night. So it's literally been a positive 7 years where I've had nothing. So I just want to put it out there first off that these kind of experiences aren't the common thing. So anybody who's worried about like showing their alopecia in public because of these vile people, don't be, because it hardly ever happens. And I'm like a prime example of it hardly ever happens. So don't be afraid to like still go out, be who you are. It's not going to stop me, that's for sure. Because it really does show more about a person who's saying these things than it does yourself. So FYI, I just want to put that out there. And this is what I'm really frightened of by sort of sharing experiences like this, because I'm just worried that people will think, oh no, like, is that going to happen to me? I'm not going to go out without my wig now because of that. and that's just not what I want. This is not what this is about at all, and that's why I've kind of been a bit hesitant to share it. However, I just feel like I need to. But anyways, remember that you're a queen, okay? You are a queen, and you can go out without your wig. You don't need it, okay? We got this. So I was literally just looking like this, beautiful, you know, no makeup, no wig, hoodie on, tracksuit bottoms, and a pair of Ugg boots. Like, I will admit, I still wear Ugg boots to this day, just because they're so comfy, but I just think they're really ugly now. Anyways, sorry if you got Ugg boots and you still love them. I went out to the pizza shop to collect my pizza. So I went there, I pulled up, I was just by myself, and there was a group of like boys, probably a mix of like, there was like a little kid who looked probably about 13 maybe, and then there was like a group of older people. I think they were drinking, but I couldn't really tell. I wasn't really paying that much attention, but they looked like late teens into their 20s, so about my age maybe. I'm 23 now, so about my age, maybe younger. And there was probably about 6 of them just in a group in front of the pizza shop. Obviously it was really busy. This is Good Friday, people going to get like food and whatnot. So them kind of situations already, I feel a bit intimidated, as you do as a girl walking through a group of men. Like, of course you're gonna feel intimidated whether I'm dressed up or not. So already that is like a bit scary, but anyways, it's not gonna stop us. Like, they're just people. And I would just walk straight through them to get in the pizza shop, and somebody shouted, "Where's your wig? Where's your wig at?" or something like that. Like, he said like that, and I was just like, oh my god, did somebody actually just say that? Like, did somebody actually just say that? Like, I was just so shook and like took back that I kind of like freeze in certain scenarios. I hate confrontation, and I kind of freeze, and now I'm kicking myself as to like why I didn't react. So anyways, I kind of froze, but I like went in the shop, and they said it like someone like here maybe, so not even like as I'm approaching. They said like behind my back, which is even worse. I walk into the pizza shop, and I like look back, and I like see there was like the little kid there, and I like look, and I was like, "Are you okay?" Because I thought it was him who said it. I said, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "What did you just say to me?" And then he was like, "It wasn't me." And then like that was that. I just like was like, oh, and like that was it. And I'm just annoyed that like I didn't say more, or like people no, I'd probably just say I'm more disappointed in humanity, to be honest, because like it was a group of boys, and he was trying to like get a laugh out of his mates at my expense. I'm one girl walking through a group of boys, and you pick on me. Like, what does that say about you? You're such a man to be picking on me. And he got no laughs out of it, and what's even worse is none of his friends were like, "Oh, come on mate, like shut up." Do you know what I mean? Like, no one said, "Oh, shut up man." Like, they just went with it. They didn't say anything, and that's what's even more disappointing. And I don't think anybody in the pizza shop like heard it either, but like there was women in there, and I thought like if they'd have heard it, they'd have called one out, but obviously they didn't hear. And I just really felt like, you always do this, don't you? Like when something happens and then afterwards you're like, "Oh, I should have said this, I should have done this." But I also wish like, why didn't I say something, one of the people inside, and said, "Do you know who these people are? Can they, like, you should get them away from your shop," basic. Picking on people just walking in the shop, like, you wouldn't want that as a business owner. And I'm not just here like needing people to like fight my battles for us, but like you just don't want that. I just like, oh. And if that was my friend, and someone had said, my friend had said that about just like an innocent person just walking by, like I'd literally be like, "Right, you're not my friend anymore." Like, why would you want to be known like by people like that? And I just wish I knew who it was, or like wish I'd turned around and said, "Who said that?" Like who said that? And I'll say it now because I didn't have a chance to say it to him, but what I would have said to him is, I'm a strong ass woman, but anyways, if I hadn't have been okay with who I am to actually walk through here, and you would have said that to someone who wasn't, imagine what you could have done to them. And also, I really hope your mum, your sister, your girlfriend never has to lose their hair and be with somebody like you, because the kind of, oh, I hope they never have to go through that and you have to witness it because you're a vile human. Like, oh, you know, like just people trying to do it just for laughs, and you got no laughs out of it, but nobody said anything. And I'm like, how can you be okay with just letting people be? Ugh. Yeah, that is what happened anyway. I came home and I told Jack, and I was just crying. I'm such a crybaby, honestly, just because I just don't like confrontation. It's not even as if it was a bad, like a majorly bad comment, like I can take it. It's just more the shock of like, there's still people out there like that. Like, it's been that long and I never thought I'd actually have to experience anything like that ever. And I have. Like, I've had alopecia now for 22 years. And I'm still getting people to this day saying stuff. Like, it's not going to stop me going out without a wig, but this is the kind of things that stop people or hinder people or give you that little bit of doubt when you're going outside without a wig. It's them kind of people, that 1%, and that's still what like makes people less conscious, self-conscious of themselves, just because of that 1%, and that's just not how it should be. So essentially the main purpose of this video again is not to like frighten anybody to not go out without your wig. It's more of an encouragement to go out without your wig, so fools like that can continue to be fools. I also just want to say, like, I'm so grateful for like everybody I have around us. Why am I crying? I'm such an ugly crier as well. Like, this is just not okay. Yeah, like, I'm just so grateful of all the people I do actually have around us. Like my mum and dad, for how they've brought us up and the person I am, and made us feel so confident that like I've been able for such a long time to be able to go out the house without my wig because of like the person they've made me be, despite these horrible people still being in the world, if that makes sense. So like even that, and my boyfriend, like I just couldn't be any more grateful. Like every alopecia will face it, that you'll always never feel good enough. The fear of, and it's the fear of like your partner having that 1% feeling of what that person, you know, the one who called us, what that person said. So it's like having that doubt of, will he ever feel that way? Will he ever be like look at me different, or it be an issue? And like from day one, day dot, it's never been an issue. And just like how reassuring and everything he's been in these like a time like this as well. His reaction, he was like, take us there now, take us there. And I was like, no, we're not going, because I know what he would do. It proves the point, and like I need to not be as conscious as what I am. I need to not doubt that he's always going to love me for who I am, like, because there's always that doubt, there's always that, yeah, just like being self-conscious with them basically. But he's literally the best person ever, and I've never felt so happy, secure, and yeah, I don't want to make this really I really don't want to make this cringy and whatnot, but he just deserves recognition, because he's there for us no matter what. But we just need to tell him he doesn't need to chin anybody. But yeah, that was my experience anyway. Like, I'm sorry if it was negative in any way. Like I said, I really want this to be positive, and for you to realise like that one person, this is my message to him actually. I really hope that made you feel better about yourself. Because what kind of person is that person? Do you know what I mean? To pick on an innocent girl when you're in a group of boys, like, see, I'll just get myself annoyed. But anyways, that was that. Message going away from this is, be who you are. Don't let don't let people like that ruin your chances of going out, and don't let anything ever stop you. I've never let anything in my life stop me, and I've never let my alopecia stop us from doing anything. I'm still gonna go to that pizza shop with no hair. I might still feel a little bit uncomfortable, not gonna lie, but that's just every person's insecurity. Everyone faces insecurities no matter what it is, but you just literally need to own it, because people who call you or say anything bad, it definitely says way more about them than it does you. And I've got the people around me who love me and who don't care, and literally I'm thriving and I'm doing way better than that little boy ever will. So you just need to remember that, and never let little silly boys like that stop you from doing anything in your life, because how silly does that sound? Why would you let hair stop you from doing anything? Why would you let a silly little boy who has to pick on a little girl in a group of friends to try and get a laugh? Just think about that. Don't let it ever stop you. But that is my life, and I'm gonna move on. But I just feel like I had to get it out there. I just feel better being able to share it as well, to be able to like, because I know a lot of people can probably relate, sadly. But yeah, I'm always here, I'm always a DM away, and I'm always going to continue to try and inspire. My page was built, and the motivation for my page was built just based off how inspiring the alopecia community is. Like, I would not be where I am today without them. Like, I've literally every single day my feed is full of like alopecians, and I absolutely love it. Like, I just love seeing queens being queens, you know what I mean? So yeah, continue to be a queen, and I will too. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed anyway. Probably not the best one, but I'll see you all in my next video anyway. Please do like, comment down below. I'm always a DM away as well if you need anything. Subscribe to my channel as always, but I'll see you all next time.